Hello, I am Dr. Kaushik Mukhopadhyay, and on behalf of IT section of AIMS Kalani, I am going to walk you through the faculty recruitment online portal in AIMS Kalani. So I think you are well aware that in 24th June, this faculty recruitment advertisement has been published in our website that is mentioned here in aimskalani.edu.in and recruitments.aimskalani.edu.in. From there, you can download the full advertisement and you can check out the post that has been advertised. The last date of the online application is 30 days from the date of publication of the advertisement in Employment News or Rozgar Samachar. Now, there may be some confusion regarding the last date because you can see it is 24th June. So maybe you are thinking that it is 24th July is the last date, but it is not like that. It is the last date is 30 days after the date of publication in the Employment News. And after the last date of online application, will have additional 15 days to send the hard copy of the online application form along with the relevant documents to AIMS Kalani. So before going to the advertisement portal itself, I will give you some tip regarding do's and don'ts of this online application. So first thing you have to do is payment of application fees via SBI Collect link. You will get the link in our website and you have to pay whatever the amount is applicable for you. And next you have to prepare all the documents and save it into a folder. And I will show you shortly the documents that is required so that whenever you are filling the application form, you get it handy, ready for upload. Next, you should gather information regarding all the educational and experience dates that is important and publications and citations so that you can fill up the online application at one go. We will always recommend to fill up the application at one go. You can save the application and fill it later, but it is recommended that you should do it in one go to face less amount of technical glitches. Second, about don'ts. So you should strictly avoid filling up multiple forms. Sometimes we get the applicant fill up the form, next it fill up the form for the same post again and again. But we strictly advise against doing that. You fill up the form. If you think that there may be some mistake, you can contact our support. I will give you the email address where you should write the email, and we will check the email and correct it from our end. But never fill up additional form for the same post. Second, avoid uploading files larger than 500 KB. In online, you will find that there are multiple PDF compressor or image compressor. So make sure that all the files you upload is lesser than the size, of course, keeping the quality intact. If you make it very small, then the quality may be compromised and we cannot do the offline the PDF checking from our end. So this is the list of documents that will be required to fill the online application form. First, you have to keep ready the passport size image, and the image should be visible and the person should be looking front. Any side facing or any kind of selfie is not applicable. Next is age proof. Like you can upload date of birth certificate or class 10 madhyamik admit or certificate where clearly your age has been mentioned. Next is category certificate like SC, ST, OBC, EWS, etc. Wherever applicable. And the person with benchmark disability, they also have to produce the PDF of their proof. Next is if you are working in PSU or any government institution, maybe it is state or central government, you have to produce NOC. And if you are working under any bond, that documents also you have to keep in hand. Next is educational certificates from 10th level onwards. So 10 plus 2, then MBBS or any other graduation that is applicable like BSc, then the post graduation, and of course your PhD or DM or MCA certificate. These are all required in PDF format and it should be different PDFs. Next is experience certificates before post graduation and after post graduation. For your eligibility, mainly the after post graduation is required, but we also request you to upload any experience like house surgeonship or anything you have before post graduation also. So all these certificates you should compile into a single PDF, and this PDF should be uploaded in the form. Then medical registration certificate if applicable, and SBI collect receipt. The payment you made for the application, that receipt should be uploaded in PDF or JPG format. So these are the documents you have to keep in hand before you start filling the application form. And if you feel any problem regarding filling up the form, you can mail here for technical problem like IT support _recruitment@mskalai.edu.in for any technical problem, or for any other administrative or eligibility criteria, all these kind of issues, you should write to faculty.recruitment@mskalai.edu.in. Now I will request not to send email to both of these conditions, because either your problem is technical or your problem is regarding some clarification of the form. So do not mail in both the email IDs, because many times we see that people mail in one and keep the other email as CC to get, they expect that it will be better, but I will strictly advise against doing this kind of thing. So let's not waste any more time and move on to the application form itself. So this is the application form. It is almost ready, but you may find a little bit changes from the application form that I am filling, but it is 98%, you will see this form only. So let's start filling the form. So first you have to select the medical faculty, because now this time we don't have any dental faculty. Next you select the designation. Suppose I am going for an associate professor, and let's say any department I choose, like pediatrics. Next is name of the applicant. We can put anything. You should write your proper name. Then upload passport size photo. So we can choose file. I have kept one image file and one PDF file to fill the whole form. So I will select it again and again. So you can see as soon as you upload it, you should see a right tick here, green tick, and this file name should also be there. And if you hover over it, you can see that this file name is coming. That means it is uploaded. Next is father's name. You fill up that. Then date of birth. You have to select it from your actual date of birth. From here, I am just selecting anything. Next, upload relevant document, that is age proof. So again, as soon as you click outside, you should see this sample PDF that has been uploaded, and the age will be automatically calculated here based on the date you have given. Next is, are you citizen of India? Yes or no? So let me click yes. Then does age relaxation applicable for you? So if age relaxation is applicable for you, then you have to select yes, and you have to give relevant documents for that. Next, select religion, gender, marital status, category. If it is unreserved, you do not need to produce any document, but if you select something else, you have to upload the document here. So let me select a random one. You have to choose the document related to that. Then, are you a person with benchmark disability? So for physically handicapped reservation, you have to choose yes, otherwise you will say no. If you select yes, you have to tell that what is the percentage of disability, and you have to upload the relevant document from here. So I will do no, so ultimately we'll continue with that. Working in government or semi-government or any public sector. So if you are working, then you will say yes, and you have to select that you have NOC or not. The NOC format has been supplied with the advertisement. You have to produce in that format only. So you cannot give NOC in any other format. You have to produce the M-Skill Learning format that has been attached with the advertisement itself. So let's imagine a situation that you have applied for NOC, but you have not that in your hand. Then you can select applied for NOC, or if you have it, you select yes. So in that case, you have to upload the no objection certificate. So for now, we can select not applicable, and it will be gone. Then, do you have any bond in this institute? So if it is yes, you have to upload the relevant bond documents. If it is no, you can select no. Next is contact address for communication. You have to give your present address here with appropriate PIN. I am putting any random number in all this here. Email ID. You put your email address here, and this email ID you will get the confirmation, and all the official confirmation you should do with this email ID only. So you can, if you click same as above, the address, permanent address, if you select yes, it will copy from the temporary address. So after all this thing that has been done from this page, you can click save and next. Next is your educational qualification. You can select your undergraduate degree. I am selecting random. So MDMS, and maybe I can select not available as additional qualification. Then you have to give all the details of your 10th institution. You have to select the date when you pass this, number of extra attempts. If you passed in one go, you set 0, percentage or grade. You can put, if you have percentage, you put like this, or if you have grade, you put like this, A or B or C, whatever applicable for you. So I will quickly fill up the other fields the same way. And all the educational qualification you are providing, have to provide this document for that. And please do not upload your mark sheet. You should always upload the certificate of the same. Mark sheet is not recommended. You have to produce the certificate. If it is a provisional, like sometimes MD certificate or DM certificate, you can upload the provisional certificate, but you should not upload the results. And from here you can add, if you have some additional examination result, you can upload it from here. You can add more rows, or you can delete it also. So you have this option for adding additional degrees. So when you have filled up all this thing, so let me fill up this MD also. You click save and next. So from here you can understand that it is loading is going on. You should not click any back or refresh button when this circle is there. Next is experience details. So experience details before post graduation. So if you have any house staffship or JRship, you can upload it here. I am just putting a random number. Again, you have to give the joining date and relieving date from there. Then it will automatically calculate the experience, and you have to upload the supporting documents. Again, many times we receive the document that the joining order has been uploaded, but please remember the joining order or appointment order, all these things are not valid experience proof. The experience proof should clearly mention your joining date and the relieving date, and if you are continuing, it should tell that you are continuing. So the joining order is not a valid document. The experience certificate should clearly mention that it is an experience certificate. If you are uploading a research experience, the research, it should be mentioned that this is a research experience. So many times we get documents like that. This is an incomplete document. We cannot take this as a valid experience proof, as a teaching experience or something else. Next is experience details after post graduation. So this is the main experience that will decide the eligibility criteria for the post you are applying. So let's take some random dates. So you can see it will calculate the dates automatically. You should not try to edit this. So let the calculator do its job, and you just do it. You just fill up the date of joining, date of relieving, and the institution name and the designation name. That's all. Now, one problem you may face sometimes. So suppose you have click like this, and if when you try to select this date, accidentally you may click this next option, and immediately it opens up. So if you face this problem, you just scroll it a little bit, so the date you get here, it will go up, it will not overlap with this uploading form, and you can select the date. So it will calculate automatically again. So after you filled up all the experiences that you claim, you compile all the experience certificates into a single PDF. How to compile that? You can use a compiler software, or you can simply Google March PDF online. You can go to any of these online options which is available free. You can pay for these services also, that is your choice, but all your experience certificates should be chronologically. Just like suppose your first experience is in 2008 to 2010, you give it first, then from 2010 to 15, then you give it second. So in chronological order, you merge the PDFs, you make a single PDF. That PDF should be uploaded in this column, upload your experience certificate. You select this, you upload it, and you wait for this green signal, then you click save and next. And if you log out, or if you stop it right now, and if you think that you can come back, you fill up the form. Usually the details are saved, but we again strictly recommend that you fill it up at one go. So next, this is the final page. So you have to give the information regarding your publications and registration details. So registration number is valid and updated. So make sure that you have an updated registration number. So if it is already expired, then you should apply for it to your medical council. Date of registration you have to select. So like that. So if your council only supports 5 years, and you have to upload if you have to renew within 5 years, that means the form that I am filling right now 2015, and today it is 2022. So here you should select no, because registration number is not valid on this current date. Otherwise, if you have this, you can select yes, but nonetheless you should upload the registration number. Then you give the registration number, a registration certificate, you upload it. So sometimes you can see that the green tick is not here. So as we are in development phase, so this kind of bug may be there. So don't worry about that. You can see that sample PDF is shown here. If you hover over it, you can see that sample PDF is showing. That means it has been uploaded. Next, total number of publication. You put something. You list your best 5 publication according to you. You put this. Then other achievements. Details of research grant. If you have multiple research grant, you can put comma, and you can mention them, all of them. Then self-evaluation. You have to write your self-evaluation in this field. Then have you ever been outside India for academic purpose? So if it is yes, you click yes. You give the details, country visited, from date you select, to date you select, and you give the purpose. If it is not for academic purpose, you select no. Finally, you have to give the SBI Collect transaction ID. You will get it when you pay the application fees in the provided link from the SBI. And if you get any payment related issue, you have to contact to SBI, because AIMS Kalani does not have, if there is payment failure or any other issues, we do not have the access. You have to contact with your bank or SBI Collect regarding all these issues. So you upload the transaction ID, you select the transaction ID, and you select when you have made this payment, and upload payment received. So you can upload as image or as PDF. Finally, you should read the declaration, and if you agree, you should click this I hereby declare that all these things. Then finally you put this place and current date. After all these things you have done, so all the information you have provided, you click preview PDF. So from there you can get that whatever you have uploaded is all the information is correct or not. So you click preview PDF, and you see the PDF is getting generated. So you have to wait for a little bit, because the PDF will take all this data and it will try to compile everything. So you may have to wait for 1 to 2 minutes depending upon your internet connection. Now our PDF is ready. So you see that one file has automatically been downloaded here. So you click this. So you will get a preview of your application form. So this is so you see we applied as pediatric associate professor, all the details I filled up, it is there. But here you will see that application number is dotted. So that means it is not submitted. It is only for preview. And it is clearly mentioned temporary copy, do not submit. So you don't have to do anything. You will just check all the details, whatever you have given, is it there or not. So you see all the experience details it is mentioned, and all your qualifying degrees that is mentioned or not. So you check all the things. And if you are satisfied, then you go back to the application form and you click final submit. And if you find any problem in that form, suppose you have made a mistake regarding some giving mobile number or something, anything else, you can click this edit button and go back to that page. And you edit it. Then you come again to this page, you again select this preview PDF, you check it twice or thrice maybe, so that each and every information is correct. Only then you should finally submit. So after you are satisfied, you should click final submit. You will ask again, are you sure you want to submit your application? Why we have kept all these things? To prevent you from giving multiple application. You should never ever give multiple application. Even after that you find that you have made any mistake, after the final submission you can send a mail to the mail that we have already provided in the advertisement as well as in this video, and it is present in the website also. You can write to the that you have made this mistake, and we will correct it. We will update our data from our end. So it will say that recruitment application is submitted. Then you will get this message that your application is submitted successfully. So you have submitted your application for the post of associate professor, and this is your application ID. And whenever you are making any future communication, you should always mention this ID along with your name and the post. So all these things you have to mention, and you can communicate with us for any kind of problem. And after all you have done, you will see that there is another final application form will be generated. So this is your final application form, and now we have this ID. So you can see this ID. So the same ID that has been given here. Now with this ID, you will check that everything is okay or not. So after everything is okay, you should take a printout of this, and you should sign here in the hard copy, and you have to fill the other annexures that is provided in the application form, and you have to give the hard copy. You have to send the hard copy in this address. So the administrative officer, recruitment cell, AIMS Kalani. The final date of reaching the hard copy in AIMS Kalani is the 15 days after the online application closes. After that, we will not entertain any hard copy. And if we get only online application and we do not get hard copy, then your application will not be considered as a valid application. So that is all from our end. So if you feel any kind of problem, any technical problem, you can write here in this IT support at the rate recruitment.in or if you feel any form related queries, you can write here. So that is all from our end. So best wishes for your application and your selection. We are looking forward to see you in our campus very soon. Thank you for your patient hearing.